I feel like it's a space where you can just kind of drop everything and you can be fully vulnerable and fully open, as you are. And because it gives you that opportunity of that openness, that letting go of any masks or anything that's there, it also allows you to connect really deeply with what's inside of you. My first encounter with the Matrimandir was actually when I saw it for the first time. It wasn't something that I'd heard about before I sort of came to Auroville. It wasn't what I came there for. On my first trip, which was in February 2008, I turned up and there was this incredible building with these gardens around it. And it was also this time where everybody was really excited because they were sharing that it had just been finished at that time. So yeah, I was a bit confused when people were saying it had taken 40 years to construct, because I was thinking with a very different mind. But I think once I got to kind of experience the building, really learn about it and really feel into it, you can tell that it's something different. It's not just something you just kind of construct very quickly and, to a specific time frame. It's something that's built with love, with different people's energies. But I would say there's been a kind of deepening relationship between me and Matrimandir and the gardens. It's somewhere that's very central to my being. It's kind of such an integral bit of my being now, being here as part of Auroville. It's hard to define the exact relationship with it. So it's somewhere that I go to often. It's somewhere where I go to if I need answers to something. Somewhere that I go to for beauty. And it feels that it cares for me as well in some way. Not feeling that it's a building as such or a place that you go to, but more that it's something of who I am. I think when I was a newcomer, my mentor gave me some really great advice. He was saying, even if the Matrimandir is not open, even if it's not time to go in and for concentration, if you're having struggles any day, just go and walk around or go and sit in the gardens. And that was like amazing advice. I'm just trying to imagine what Auroville would be like if there was no Matrimandir, and if it was just the same kind of continuation of the spaces and the buildings and the workflow. And for me, that wouldn't be Auroville at all. Like, it's really important to have this stillness at the center, and because it helps us to then connect to that stillness within and this sense of something quite different to other places, other cities, other towns, where they're so busy at the center. I don't know what Auroville would be without it. With Matrimandir, there's the walk from the parking and now going over the water, which creates this kind of real sense of entering into a different space. And then through the gardens, so by the time you've actually reached the Matrimandir building itself, you've kind of gone through all these different quietening spaces that somehow sort of deepen and slow you. And so by the time you even arrive in the central chamber itself, you've gone through all of these different spaces and experiences that really put you in like this perfect frame of mind for connecting with something much deeper. But just the beauty of being in the gardens, trying to kind of find your way around. I really like, especially with the new gardens that are emerging, the fact there's so many different pathways through. So it's not like every time you go and do the same walk. Each time you go, you just kind of see where your feet lead you and see which plants or which areas you end up in. So it's always kind of got this freshness and really helps, keep this sense of being present in each moment. You know, sometimes it's playful, sometimes it's really reflective. Sometimes it opens onto this kind of expanse where you get a view of Matrimandir. With the building, I just hope it continues and that everybody can use it as a space and have this connection to it going forward. I think it's so valuable for Auroville, and I'm happy we share it, that people can come and experience that whilst they're here. With the gardens, yeah, I can't wait to see sort of what's happening next with those. I really enjoy the sort of playfulness with the treehouse, and I love that that gives you some perspective. You know, you're not just looking from down up at Matrimandir, you've got this kind of glimpse that you could go down. So I'd love to see more opportunities to kind of have the gardens on a different levels, being able to get, a different viewpoint on it. I like to see a few more quiet places as well in the gardens. I'm sure that as there become more and more people in Auroville, you know, it'd be really nice to be able to sit there and still continue to have the peace and the silence that's possible at the moment. And there are already sort of a few little spaces coming through like that.